Welcome everybody back to another episode of PB Podcast. Today we got a little special one for you. We are going to go through the 2020 NBA Draft, just the lottery. So we're going to go around. We're going to give our predictions for what teams need, what we think they're going to pick. So we're just going to go through the first 14 picks, the NBA lottery. First, we're going to start us off with Zach and see what he chooses for the number one overall pick. Who do you got?
So number one overall pick, with the Minnesota Timberwolves obviously had it. I think they traded to the Atlanta Hawks. I think the Hawks I think the Hawks had the sixth pick. I can always forget what pick they have. They have the sixth pick off.
Yeah, you're correct.
I think they trade the sixth pick. They trade DeAndre Hunter, and then they trade Kevin Herter for the number one pick. And they take Anthony Edwards. So then their starting five would be Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, Cam Reddish, John Collins, and Clint Capella. And that's an average age of like 22.
It's a young team.
That's a nice lineup too.
That's a
nice
bold
to
trade.
I like it. I like the trade for the Hawks. I like the trade for the Timberwolves. They get the sixth pick. They get two good players. That have NBA experience.
I think it would depend on what Minnesota thinks they can get for the sixth pick, like who might fall or who's
get it. Yeah.
Got the drawing board there.
I think I don't think Denny will be gone. I think if they the USC guy Onyeka, I think if Onyeka's still there or Obi Toppin is still there, I think that's who they take.
The Big O, yeah.
Which I think one of them will be. I'm not sure who. I have an idea of who, but I think Onyeka is still there. But
who you got for your number one overall?
My number one overall, man. I feel like Minnesota don't need to get a Melo Ball. Honestly, I feel like they don't need him. So I feel like they need a Anthony Edwards type kid because they need some type of force in the middle, like some type of shooting or small forward / type person to at least to help out with D'Lo and Cat. So I feel like Anthony Edwards might be the first pick.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between who I think they should pick and who they're gonna pick. I think they should take LaMelo Ball because my philosophy is get the best available player no matter what the team needs. But I think they're probably going to end up going with Anthony Edwards. They both have the same problem though. They're very streaky on the 3-point line. They only shoot around like 29%, I believe, for each of them. LaMelo shoots 25 and Anthony Edwards shoots 29 from three.
yeah,
That's struggling right there. Obviously, it's going to get better with player development in the NBA. You're going to get better, but I think the Minnesota takes that number one spot with the LaMelo Ball. Number two, I think Golden State. I think they're going to trade the pick.
Yeah, I think they're keeping.
But let's just say they're going to keep the pick. I'm going to go with James Wiseman. Again, they could go with the best player available with Anthony Edwards. But I think they need a center. They don't need a shooting guard because they got Clay. So I think they're going to go with James Wiseman.
So I feel like, they do need a center. Don't get me wrong. They can, and if they trade the pick, they could get a center. I think they could. They probably could. You never know. They probably could trade that pick to the Cavs and some players, get Andre Drummond. But I think they might actually just get Denny because they need some type of force at small forward. I mean, you got Andrew Wiggins, but he's consistent. He's consistently average, I should say. But
yeah.
So yeah, I think, and then from what I've been hearing, I mean, I think Denny's a pretty good 3-point shooter or perimeter shooter. So I think he will fit right with them, honestly. 6'9", 215. That's kind of nice for a small forward.
He shoots 32 from three, which is not terrible, but I mean, it's going to get better, especially with that Golden State organization. Zach, go ahead.
I don't think they keep it. I think that they don't really have anything that. I don't think they. I mean, if they do keep it, I think they pick Wiseman, like Austin said. Personally, I would trade it. I trade to whatever the best return is. I'd package that and Andrew Wiggins for either a center or someone, a good center and a good small forwards. I would trade it though, in my personal opinion. I wouldn't keep it at all.
No, I hear you. I mean,
I
they
agree.
could. Yeah, like I said, if they trade that pick, they could trade Andrew Wiggins
Yeah.
and something else with that pick for Andre Drummond. And you got Andre Drummond, Curry, and Clay. You can't complain for real.
Yeah.
And Draymond, yeah.
That's a scary team right there. So Charlotte has number 3 pick. They're terrible. Just they need everything. They don't need one specific thing. They need everything. They have the second greatest player of all time who owns the team. He doesn't do a whole. He's not a very good general manager, or he's not a good. What am I looking for?
Owner.
Scout. Looking for a scout. He's not a good scout. He's a good owner. He's just not a good at predicting talent. But I think they're going to go with Anthony Edwards here. Again, just the best available player. And I mean, you can't go wrong. They need every position.
Yeah. I don't know what they do. This draft is really weird. There's no clear cut one. In some people's minds, I think the clear cut one is Anthony Edwards. Some people think LaMelo Ball. I think this is where LaMelo Ball goes to. But at the same time, they have Terry Rozier, they have Devontae Graham, they have Malik Monk. I think this is where maybe Danny could go, but I don't know how. I mean, MJ has a past not really liking the European talent. He's someone with Tony Kukoc. He don't like Tony Kukoc to begin with. I'm not sure what Charlotte does here. If I had to guess, I think it would either be Obi or Denny left.
Yeah, I could see Obi, but I honestly, I feel like they might get James Wiseman.
Okay.
I feel like they might just pick him up because I don't know, just what type of big man presence do they have at all? Nothing. So I mean, you could start off with, I don't know, just start off with somebody who could be an energizer, James Wiseman, and then just try to build around him.
I can't even think of their center right now. I mean, I can't. I'm trying to think of them.
I'm saying, I know they got a lot of guards. They got a lot of guards.
It's Cody Zeller.
Okay. Cody Zeller.
So yeah, they need a center, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Number 4, Chicago Bulls. Zach, who do you think Chicago's going to go with?
I think they just had that. Their new GM, I think, has a link to Denny. I think this is where actually Denny falls to. Is at 4. They need a small forward / power forward. I think he fit well at the 3. They have Kobe White, Zach LaVine, and they put Denny at the 3 with Lauri Markkanen and Wendell Carter Jr. That's a young starting 5 as well.
They got Chris Dunn too. Pretty solid PG too.
Chris Dunn, Otto Porter. It's a lot of depth. A very young team in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where they go either. I mean, to be honest, with this pick, but I feel like they might. I don't know. Might pick the best person available, and it's kind of hard. You don't know basically. I think they will probably pick somebody really athletic like Obi, just because I don't know, somebody who can like just where LaVine can run the pick and roll with and throw some lobs to, I guess.
Yeah, he's a little bit older, so he has a little more experience than these 19.
Exactly, and yeah, it could be some consistent offense if they can get it working right.
Yeah, and he's a good stretch four.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a terrible shooter. Again, I think he's in that 30% range, which is
Yeah, but
not.
he likes being in the post too. I mean, well, he likes being in the paint too. I will say that.
Yeah.
And you got Laurie who can be in the paint, but he's more of like a stretch four
Mm-hmm.
type
And I
player.
think that he definitely fits the style what Chicago's going with. Since Zach LaVine is one of the fastest players in the league, slasher, top in love, getting in the open floor, um, and transition is gonna be scary if that's what's the reality. I think they're gonna go with Denny. Again, just the best available player. Um, Denny is not the best of shooters. Shoots 32%, but he's proven he's a proven pro. He's a young guy. I think he's only 19, maybe he might be 20. But he's played against pros for same thing as Luka, 2-3 years now. And I think he's not going to be as good as Luka, but he will be somewhere in that range. But I think again they're just going to go with the best available player in Chicago. But for the number 5 pick, Cleveland has it. In the past, Cleveland has picked 2 guards in a row, and Colin Sexton and Garland. There's Garland out of Vandy. Um, this one I'm not 100% sure because I don't know what they're going to do with Andre Drummond. They're going to keep him, trade him, but I think they're going to go with Big O out of USC just because I think that obviously clearly he's the best. I think he's the best center in this draft. I think he's better than Wiseman. I think he will be. Right now, Wiseman might just be a little better because he's a little more polished. But he's a small center. He's a 6'9" center, but I think he's more versatile than James Wiseman. So that's why I think Cleveland is going to go with him for the number 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one. I think he goes 5 to Cleveland. I think Cleveland does something with Drummond. They try to get him out of talking, or they try to get him out of taking that player option. If Onyeka gets to learn behind Kevin Love and Andre Drummond, that'd be a nice young piece for them. I don't know what they're going to do with Kevin Love coming up. Who knows what they're doing with him? Who knows what they're doing? I think is Tristan Thompson still on that team?
He is.
Good God, they have a lot of centers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think Chetty's the small forward of the future. They need to do something to get a better small forward, a better power forward. Just the team just needs an overall rebuild.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I'd say Onyeka. I think would end up there.
I don't know. I would pick the kid from Vanderbilt, Aaron Nesmith or something like that. I can't think of his last. I can't. Pronunciations off a little bit, but I would pick him just because they, like I said, they have a lot of centers. You picked up Darius Garland and Colin Sexton in the last 2 drafts. You need somebody to kind of like, I don't know, spread the floor a little bit. And what did you say?
I like that pick.
Yeah, you need somebody to spread the floor a little bit and bring some scoring from the three position. And I think he can provide that, honestly.
Yeah, he only played 15, 14 games in his college career. He had a foot injury. He is the best shooter in this draft class, though. He shoots 50%. He at least shot 50% in college.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only argument you can make is he's an average shot creator. He can't get his own shot.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, that he can space the floor a little bit. He's a great catch and shoot player. I like that pick though. I did not see that one coming. That's a good pickup for Cleveland there.
Yeah, they need something.
Everything.
Atlanta carries number 6 pick. Actually, I didn't get my pick. Actually, no, I did. Atlanta, number 6 pick. They're good on the point guard, so you can rule out point guards. I think you can rule out power forward 2 and John Collins. I think him and Trae Young are a good duo so far. If John Collins can stay on the court, they just picked up Cam Reddish last draft, so I'm not sure if they're going to go with a shooting guard this year. But they're a good shooting team. If they're going to trade with Minnesota, like you said earlier, Zach, it's still up in the air. But then again, I think that they should go with. My pick is Isaac Okoro out of Auburn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He's a little undersized. He's only 6'6". He plays 3 and the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Would you put Cam at the 2 and put him there at the 3?
Yeah, it depends I think it depends on what they do with Kevin Huerter.
Kevin Huerter, and they also have DeAndre Hunter. Remember him last year? Yeah.
They have a lot of young talent in there.
Yeah.
They got a real young core.
I think he has a lot of potential.
I agree with you. I'm still sticking with my whole Atlanta Minnesota trading 1 through 6. So I'm gonna act like Minnesota's picking here. I think they take Okoro. He's a 6'6". It'd be perfect for that small forward position for them. He's defensive mainly.
Mm-hmm. Minnesota needs that.
Yeah, they definitely need that. So I'm taking him as. He's a good shooter inside. I don't know how he is on outside.
He's 29%.
From the 3. That's not awful. He's improved. He'll improve eventually if he's like a 35% free throw shooter. But him and Cat down low, that'd be pretty nice. I know. I watched a couple games of him play at Auburn last year, and he was pretty good.
No, yeah. Honestly, I couldn't agree anymore. I thought with P actually, well Austin actually, because I got Atlanta at that. I didn't make the trade like you did, but I think he would be the best fit for them, honestly.
Yeah. I have Obi Toppin coming next for Detroit. Detroit needs a lot. They need a lot. What they're going to do with Derrick Rose, I'm not sure. They're going to trade him, keep him. But I know for a fact that he can bring that energy to Detroit. I don't know what Detroit is going to do with their center right now. I forgot his name. Can't think of his name right now. I'm brain farting. But I think Obi Toppin will bring what Detroit needs.
Detroit.
That's who I got with number 7.
They got Christian Wood as
That's who I was thinking.
He played good actually. He played pretty good last year.
Mm-hmm. He's a free agent though.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Onyeka is still there at 7 for them, I think they take him. Obi. I've seen some reports that LaMelo might fall there.
I heard he could fall to 8.
I heard he could almost fall. If he falls past 7, I think New York has to take him at that point. We'll get to that in a minute, though. Detroit, I think they take whatever's left and they just kind of roll with it, whatever. The only position that's solidified on that team is pretty much the power forward position with Blake Griffin. But if he's going to be healthy, if they see it that way, if I was Detroit, I would just do whoever's the best and just kind of roll with it, build around that.
Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you. I think Onyeka would probably be the best pick for them because, they need some depth at that position anyway.
Yeah.
And Blake Griffin is always. I'm not gonna lie. You don't know if he's gonna be hurt or not. That knee injury's been going on for about 2 years now, and I think him, Onyeka, and Chris. If they keep Christian Wood, I think those two will look pretty good for them, honestly.
Yeah. So my number 8. I think if LaMelo Ball does fall to that low, I don't think he will. But if he does, just in a certain case, I think it's a no-brainer. We would love to have him in New York. We need a savior. RJ and Mitchell Robinson, I think, are the only 2 untouchables in New York right now just because they're so young and they have a promising future, I think. But I got a little interesting pick here. I'm going to go with Cole Anthony. He fell through. I think he projected he's out of the lottery right now projected, but he had a good He had an above-average college career at North Carolina. Injuries did not help him at all. But he was the consensus number one pick coming out of high school. Everybody thought he was going to go number one. But I think he fits what New York needs. So I'm going Cole Anthony. I know it's a bold pick, but and I know what New York needs. They should put me as GM.
No, I hear you. I mean, I could see it. They need somebody who can I don't know, just they need some. He would just be perfect for them, honestly. But I know from what because you're a Knicks fan, I know what you mean. I wouldn't put him there, but honestly, I would say hot take, RJ Hampton. No, yeah, but I say him. I don't know. I just think they need some. I think they need somebody at the forward position or shooting guard forward position.
We got Julius Randle.
I know, not like not the four. I'm talking about the 2 or 3 type player.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing they need to fill is the point guard position. But you keep going. Sorry.
No, yeah, I hear you. But I mean, they got RJ Barrett, and he could play point, but But yeah, I just think they need somebody else who can play aside him.
Yeah, I think the only problem with RJ would be his shooting, but then again, that's going to come with.
That's always gonna come.
Yeah, it's always going to come with practice and starting an NBA career.
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with Austin. I think they kind of have to take a point guard. There's Cole Anthony. I don't think he goes there. I think he had a rough couple of games at UNC. I've seen reports about Tyrese Halliburton, the Iowa State point guard. I don't think he's all that. I watched a couple games of him. He's not that good of a shooter.
Yeah, I mean, he shot 43%.
Oh, that's all. No. I'm thinking about Killian Hayes. He's a good shooter. They could take him, Killian Hayes, who played overseas. I don't know about that. He's not that great of a shooter, but he's a really pass first. With this, I don't like. They could take a spot. They could take a 3. I don't know what the Knicks do. The Knicks don't even know what they want to do. I think at this point, who knows?
Well, I think the problem with Tyrese would be he watched him play in Ohio State. Iowa State. My bad. I didn't mean Ohio.
Iowa
State. He played a lot of off ball. He didn't really. His half court offense is not that great. He can't really create his own shot either. I mean, most of his threes came off catch and shoot. But New York needs a true point guard. They don't need somebody like Tyrese. But, I mean, if you're going to go with the best available player, I guess if you think that he's the best available player. But I think they just need Cole Anthony. That's my unbiased,
Chris Paul,
biased opinion.
Yeah.
They could also take Patrick Williams out of Florida State. I didn't really watch much of his stuff in college. But he's a decent 6'8" small forward. I mean, if you want to play it safe, I guess you can go with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what they're trying to. I know they've been talking about point guard, but I mean, if you look at like the draft, like how it's set up right now, the only other team that really needs a point guard before New York is Detroit. So maybe New York wants to bump up somewhere, trade maybe Kevin Knox or
it's gonna be a hard one to trade.
Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr., they waive Alonzo Trier, but maybe to Cleveland for that pick, to maybe draft up and get LaMelo if people are talking about it. I don't really see anyone else needing a point guard other than Detroit and New York, honestly.
I think the only way for New York to get LaMelo Ball, if that's what they want, is to trade in the top 3. And even then, it's still questionable if you're even going to – you guys have to give up a lot to get the top 3.
Would you trade Charlotte? I mean, with Charlotte?
I don't know. I don't think Charlotte would take it, but they had to give up Kevin Knox, Dennis Smith Jr., I think it's going to give up everybody but RJ and Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle.
I wouldn't give up Julius Randle. I like Julius Randle. I like him in New York.
If they wanted,
don't they got Bobby Portis too?
Yeah, Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis is cool. I mean, he cool.
But if they had to give up a lot to get that number 3 pick, and even then, that's not even saying that he's guaranteed to be there at number 3.
Yeah, I mean, the 1 and 2 are like they might want to trade. I mean, this whole draft is going to be crazy. I can't wait for this draft, honestly.
Yeah, 1 year, I think.
All right, let's move on. Washington. Who do you guys think the Wizards take? Steve, who do you think?
No, I think they need a center. They got I mean, you got Thomas Bryant, but
yeah,
young kid still. I think they go with Jalen Smith out of Maryland, just because I don't know, it spreads the floor a little bit. He can shoot the 3 ball, but yeah, he can shoot the 3 ball. He's 6'10". Not undersized, but just there. Like he's good enough. He's pretty good at rebounding, and he can defend. So like I think that's what they need, honestly, because you got John Wall and Bradley Beal. If they can find a way to make him get him right, they'll be all right.
Yeah, because I have Rui Hachimura, which is a power forward.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they could just push him to center. I mean, 6'10" is not in today's game, it's not really that small of a center.
No.
I think my only problem with him is that in the pick and roll, he would have trouble guarding the guard off the pick and roll. That would just come with getting faster and NBA stuff. But I like your pick.
Thank you.
I think. Oh, okay. Well, Zach, you go ahead and then I'll
just say you go.
Okay, I think they're going to take Precious. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm sorry, but out of Memphis. He's a little bit undersized, 6'9", but he is very physical. He's very good at defense. His three-point shot needs a little bit of work. But then again, I mean, that'll just come with time in the NBA. That's what I think Washington is going to go with. Unless they trade Bradley Beal, unless they might move up. We don't know.
They're going to move up. I mean, no.
Golden State. But that's just. I mean, it's if they wanted to trade Bradley Beal, I have no idea.
Maybe.
All speculation.
If Beal go there,
it's a whole lot of splash.
For real. But go ahead, Zach.
I think the Wizards take best available. Devin Vassell. He's a small forward out of Florida State. I think it's the best person available. He's more of like a 3-and-D, but he's a little bit. He's a decent shooter from 3. I think they roll with Thomas Bryant at the center. I like him. He's young. They definitely need though more of a small forward, I think, than a center, because I don't even know if you can name a small forward on their team. I'm gonna go with no, because you both knew this in the name. So we're not gonna go.
Like, huh?
I know who he is. I can't think of his name though. I swear to God.
I can't think of his name either.
Troy Brown Jr.
Yeah, there we go. Brown Jr. Yep. I mean, Devin's a shooting guard, but I get
I mean, he's 6'7", isn't he? 6'8", yeah. I thought.
7 foot wingspan, so he's long.
So yeah, it's perfect for a 3.
Yeah.
And they need defense on that team because between John Wall, Bradley Beal, Rui Hachimura playing or on the offense, I mean, I think that'd be a good. That's gonna be a decent team. They'll be right there in the rank of playoffs, maybe.
If John Wall's healthy, they're gonna be fighting for that 8th spot.
I think, yeah.
You think they'll fight for the 8th spot?
If John Wall's healthy and Bradley Beal stays?
Yeah.
I think they'll make the playoffs, for sure. In Phoenix.
Phoenix?
I think they go point guard.
Me too.
What else on that team? What else do they need?
I think they go with Cole Anthony here.
I was gonna say whatever point guard Detroit, New York doesn't take between like Killian Hayes and Cole Anthony and LaMelo, whoever's still there, I think that's who they take.
Yeah.
Point guard all the way. Learn behind Ricky Rubio. But you need a point guard that's more of a pass first point guard because on that team, they throw DeAndre Ayton. Who's their small forward? Who's their power forward?
Kelly Oubre.
Who's the power forward? Is it Sarge still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they got a good young team, honestly. I think a couple of years, and we saw what they did in the bubble. I mean, with Devin Booker leading the way, I just would let him do his thing and get out the way.
I'm telling you, I think they do get Cole. I think if Cole Anthony's still available, I think that's who they go with.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I think he would go really well with DeAndre Ayton. You know, his and then helping out Booker too. Making Booker get his in an easier fashion instead of letting Booker just do it all himself. So I think that'll be a perfect spot for him, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to go with Tyrese out of Iowa State. I know he's not the best in the half court, but I think with Ricky Rubio, he's getting a little bit older, I know. I think that he can light the way for Tyrese as far as, bringing up the ball in the court all the time and being a pass-first point guard. Because if you put Devin Booker, you're not scoring over 25 a game. Devin Booker's a leader of that team, and I think they need a good point guard for the future to pair with him. It could be Cole Anthony, but again, I think the Knicks are going to take him. But I think it's a tie between Tyrese or Killian Hayes out of France. That's just who their scouts think is better between the two.
Oh yeah.
San Antonio, number 11. It's a big question mark for me.
Yeah, this is the one I was looking at. While you were talking, I'm still debating about who I think they're going to take. Between Patrick Williams, the guy out of Florida State that we were talking about earlier, Jalen Smith, who Steve was talking about earlier, the Maryland power forward center. I've seen some things about Josh Green out of Arizona. I've seen some the Villanova power forward Bay. I saw, yeah. They kind of go whatever's best available between that 3 and 4. I think they go a forward of some sort. LaMarcus Aldridge is getting kind of old. They don't really have a whole lot other than DeMar. I like Derek White and DeJounte Murray. I think they're good 1 through 3.
Yeah, love DeJounte, but go ahead.
So I think anywhere between, if they wanted to play like a little bit bigger, they put DeMar to 2 and draft a small forward. Is Rudy Gay still on the team? I believe so, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a perfect person to learn behind and draft a small forward, I think. I don't know which guy they take. If I had to guess, I'd probably say either Patrick Williams or Bay, honestly.
I actually think Precious lands here.
You think?
Yeah, because I don't know. They need some more size down low because all you really, like you said, they have LaMarcus Aldridge, but he's getting old.
Yeah.
And they'll be a good person to learn from, honestly. So I think that's where they go, a power forward / center type player.
I think they're going to move DeMar DeRozan this offseason. So I think they're going to go with Devin Vassell out of Florida State. He's a pretty good three-point shooter with 41%. So I think they're going to need a good replacement to pair with DeJounte Murray as well. He's got good size for a shooting guard. As Zach said earlier, he's a 3-and-D player. I think he averaged about 2 steals and about 1.3 blocks. Yeah. Which is crazy. So I think San Antonio is going to need that shooting guard position come this season.
No, I hear you. I like it.
Sacramento, Zach, I know you want to talk about it. They're just as bad as the Knicks.
They're better than the Knicks. I'm talking about they got Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox. We got a good point guard. What are you talking about?
They actually have good players, P. Zach.
Many players. De'Aaron Fox was not as promising.
He was hurt.
De'Aaron Fox he has a bright career, bro. Don't sleep
He
on him.
does. He does. No, I agree.
He was hurt, like the beginning of the season.
No, he wasn't. No, I know.
Um,
Who do you think we're gonna go with?
I think fire Luke Walton. I hate Luke Walton with the passion. Get rid of him.
Why you think he's not in LA no more?
Tell me about it. Get rid of him. They need someone new. Beside the point, they have they're very young. They got De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Bogdanovich. We have Bagley, who hasn't played a full year yet.
Harrison Barnes.
I don't like Harrison Barnes, but that's beside the point.
Contract. Still got him.
I know. I trade him. I trade whatever center we're about to pick up. I like Harry Giles still. I think he just needs to keep going, keep doing what he's doing. I think they either take us Precious or whoever's left between Patrick Williams and Jalen Smith. I think they either go small forward or center, anywhere between small forward and center. Whatever Bagley wants to play. If he wants to play power forward, he's 6'11". So if he wants to play power forward, let him do it. I think he's a little too skinny to play center, so I think that's what they roll with. But at this point, whatever's best available of the 3 through 5, honestly.
I think they go with Sam. I said Sam. I think they go with Devin Vassell here actually, because they can pair him up with he can. I think they could put him at the 4 probably, because he's 6'7", and a little on the skinny side, but
He used to rock his ball in Sacramento, huh?
yeah, I know, but hey, he could shoot the 3 and he could defend. So I think they'll be nice with Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox, and especially in transition, if he's in the corner, just all day. Hey, just saying.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, just really depends on what Sacramento thinks they need. If they're going to keep Buddy Hield, if they're going to where their offseason moves are. I think they're going to go with Aaron Nesmith out of Vandy. I think Steve picked him a little bit earlier than I did. He only played that 14 games, but he is a threat defensively, I think. One of the best shooters in the draft, as I said. 6'6", almost a 7-foot wingspan. So I think he's going to bring a lot of potential to the Sacramento Kings team and add to their young collection, which they already have. They do have a bright future. I'm going to agree with you guys on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Austin Naismith shot 52% from deep this year before his injury.
Which is
Sniper,
cold, man.
Sniper.
I like it. Put him with Buddy Hield. Oh my God, it's like the Splash Bros 2.0. I think I don't know what they're gonna do with Buddy Hield. It frustrates the heck out of me, honestly.
No, I hear you.
All right, moving on to New Orleans. What do you guys think they do here?
That's the one I'm stuck on.
I don't think
it gets cloudy here. It gets cloudy after like 8, 9, 10. It gets real cloudy about who's taking who and who's gonna be left. What do you guys think they need?
If I'm not mistaken, I don't think I said no, I don't think never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. That's kind of a nasty pairing. Did I say who's gonna get did LaMelo Ball get drafted yet? Like, did I put him on a team yet? I don't think I did. But
yeah, you did.
I'm about to say
He's not falling the 13.
He ain't dropping that low.
Hey, you never know. He could. With his dad. But no, I really don't know where they should go either. Let me stop playing. But I really don't know where they should go. I think they need a point guard though. Because the reason why I say that is because they got Drew, yeah.
And Lonzo.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if they're really sold on Lonzo. And I think I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Drew.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Drew. He might go somewhere. So if they get I don't know. I think they just need some type of somebody who they can be sold on, honestly. But I don't know who that is in this draft.
No, I see it. again, this is my biggest if. I got a lot of point guards left on the board. I got RJ. I got Killian Hayes. I still haven't used. It depends on if they want to do the best available player, or they want to fit their need. I don't know what their need is. I think the good on the point guard position. I think shooting guard could use a little help depending on what you're going to do with Drew Holiday. I'm not sure if JJ Redick is a starter anymore in the NBA. He's a good leader, but as far as production wise, I don't know what you want to do with that. I mean, Zion is a clear cut starter, small forward, power forward, whatever you want to put him at. They have a few good young centers with Okafor and Hayes. Did they say the last one? Hayes. Jackson Hayes out of Texas. So I'm not really sure what the need is, but if you want to go best player, I'm gonna go Killian Hayes.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't really watch a whole lot of New Orleans games this past year. I don't know. I think they're fine as long as they sign Brandon Ingram. They're fine at the forwards position. I don't know if they're sold on Jahlil Okafor and Jackson Hayes playing at 5. I know they're getting rid of Derek Favors as a free agent, so I wouldn't even bring him back.
I won't bring him back either.
I don't know if they go Josh Green here out of Arizona as a shooting guard. If they want to get another pick for Drew, or if they want to let him learn behind Drew.
He got good size.
Yeah, no, he's really good. He's a good spot up shooter. He's really good defensively too. He's not really that great at creating a shot. I know that. I watched a couple games from him.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick, I'd probably say Josh Green. Yeah.
Okay. I think they can get a good piece for Drew Holiday. So I think they should go that route of trading him. I know he's a good player. It just depends on if you're going all in on Lonzo or not, really, and who you get in this draft. And I like the move with Stan Van Gundy. I like him as a head coach. Forgot who he was with before. Was he in Detroit?
He was with Detroit, and then he coached Dwight in Orlando.
Okay, yeah. I like the move. I didn't like Alvin Gentry at all. I think that was a good move on their part, getting rid of him. I didn't like him. He didn't use Zion as I thought they were going to use him. But then again, I think they're moving in the right direction.
Oh yeah, I agree. They definitely are.
The New Orleans football team isn't helping, so the city needs something.
Oh, shot at speed. Let's move on to who's 5th, who's 14th. Boston.
Memphis. It's Memphis.
Well, it's Boston's pick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll change the whole thing then.
I know. Like, I don't even know what they need. I would say
they need a center.
I'd say yes, but
the center position is weak in this draft.
What?
This draft is weak on centers.
I don't know if it's weak on center. It's just weak on standout talent. It's just you kind of have to dig deeper than usual because COVID happened. We didn't really get a whole lot of good games out of kids, and we didn't get madness, so we didn't really get to be able to see.
We didn't get to see nobody for real.
Honestly, yeah. Boston, I know. I mean, they're good. They're good through the starting 5. I don't know what they're doing with Gordon Hayward. Who knows what's going on with that? If they do move on from Gordon Hayward, depending on who they get, I've seen reports about him going to Indianapolis for Miles Turner. So that would fit their whole center position. So they probably would need a power forward at that point because then you have Tatum go for the 3. I think they probably take whoever's the best available. If not, move back in the draft and see what's going on. But if I had to choose, I'd probably take I don't even know, honestly. Good gosh. Yeah, whoever's the Alabama point guard, maybe Kira Lewis Jr. And maybe the backup Kemba. But they also have Marcus Smart. Boston has just so many first-round picks the last 6 years. It's ridiculous. don't even know what they use him on anymore, honestly. But
Um,
I would say whoever's best available. If not, trade it with a piece, trade it with something, move back. I don't really.
They could get a little something something for that last lottery pick.
Yeah, they could. They definitely could because you can find a diamond in the rough and laying around. I mean, Kawhi was found 13. I know Giannis was 13. A lot of guys, a lot of great players are found this late. So potential.
I think they probably go with Zeke from Arizona. 6'11" center. I mean, power forward. He could play probably put him at the center position. He got a nice little wingspan. He could get some. They need somebody in the like a big person in the at that position. Honestly, they need because all they got is Daniel Theis. He has a nice jumper too. I'm not gonna lie. I think he would be pretty nice. And the way they play, when I see Boston, when I see them play, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Like Brad Stevens, like his offense is real. Like I don't know. It looks weird when they were in the bubble. They looked like they weren't really in sync. In most sometimes, but they were really heavy on transition, and I think he'll be pretty good in that transition, just stretching the floor.
That's a wild pick. He's projected in the second round.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Just they need somebody they need somebody tall. That's how I see it. They need because they were getting whooped by Miami, and that's because I mean, well, they had Bam, but their team was just they were just losing in the rebounding stands, basically.
Yeah, Taco Fall. What you talking about?
Man.
I think they clearly they don't need a point guard. They don't need a small forward. They don't need a power forward. But what I do think they need is a good bench player who can provide kind of what Marcus Smart brings to the table, a good defensive prowess and presence. So I think they're going to go with Tyrese Maxey out of Kentucky. I think he's projected 15th right now. He is deadly in the transition, and Boston is one of the best transition teams in the NBA. So I think he's just going to add to that. His threes, 29%, but then again, like all the players, it's going to come along with practice and getting ready to the NBA. I think defensively, what he brings to the table is kind of like a little mini Marcus Smart. So I think it's who they're going to go with.
Hell yeah, bro. We stop playing.
Well, I was thrown off. I thought Memphis had it, and
yeah, I didn't. I looked at that and I double took because I didn't know what was going on.
So yeah, that kind of just threw me off at the end.
Yeah, I don't think Austin, like you picked the Knicks with Cole Anthony. I don't think he goes lottery. I think he falls out of the lottery.
I think right now he's projected 15.
20, yeah, he's in the he's 22nd. Well, on my list.
To Philly.
You think he goes to Philly?
I think they're going to draft a point guard. I think they're going to start playing Ben at the 5 or at the 4.
I'm not sold on the other point guards. Killian Hayes, I think he turns the ball over too much.
I'm not sold on anyone.
Well, the only one I'm sold on is LaMelo and Anthony Edwards. Those are the only two that I'm actually sold on. I mean, I like other players. I like Obi. I like Big O from USC. Yeah. I have not seen Denny play. I don't know a whole lot about Denny.
Haven't either.
I didn't really do a whole lot on him. The only person I thought I was gonna pick, but I didn't, is RJ Hampton. I know Steve picked him to go like top 10, I think. So I was surprised I didn't pick him. But I mean, it's just a weak class. I mean, there's not a lot of hype like last year. Like last year, you knew who the top 3 picks were. Either before that you knew, year before that you knew, but this year there's no clear-cut top 3.
I think it doesn't help about COVID and everything that happened. There's no March Madness. I mean, we get to see a lot more games than what we did.
We're basically going off last year.
Yeah, it's been a whole. I mean, I'm pretty sure the draft already would have happened, right?
Yeah, it would happen July.
In July, yeah.
The draft would have been done, so we would already it all would have been fresh on our heads. We
The
wouldn't know
season
what
would have
was going
started
on.
already.
Yeah, well, everybody would have had their debuts by now.
I know. So it's a really weird season with everything that happened. If you guys had to pick one sleeper pick that falls out of the draft, out of the lottery that you guys think that's gonna make like a really good, or gonna have like a really good NBA career, you think he's gonna make a really good fit on that team? You guys have any suggestions? You guys have any ideas?
You saying somebody who could be in the lottery that might fall out?
That no, that you think is not going to be in the lottery, but like he's like a Giannis or like a Kawhi, like a diamond in the rough, pretty much. You guys have any? You guys have seen anything like that?
I mean, there's several. I know nobody thinks that what's his name out of Cole Anthony is going to be in the lottery. I think that he's going to be a top 5 player in this draft. If you ask me in 3 years, as far as like a sleeper pick, like one of them, you could say Nico Mannion out of Arizona. He's a projected first rounder right now.
Yeah.
He lacks size. He's 6'3". He's didn't weigh very much. He's skinny, but I think he's a good true point guard. I think people sleep on him. He didn't do too high at Arizona, but I mean, then again, not everybody even got to showcase their full skill set. So, I mean, it's really hard to tell.
I probably would say my 14th pick, Zeke, just because I don't know. Most big men, most people that size are really raw when they come into the league, and then if you could develop if he can get a nice, good 3-point shot and be a solid defender, and be a good rebounder, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, if he's a good rim protector, because that's what he struggles in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see why he can't be a great NBA center.
Yeah. My pick would probably be Trey Jones out of Duke.
Undersized, but I mean,
undersized, but he reminds me like a Marcus Smart. The way he plays. I don't think he's gonna be like I said earlier. I don't think he's gonna be like a Giannis or Kawhi. I think he's just gonna be like more of like a Marcus Smart. He's really good defensively. His assist to turnover ratio is almost 2-to-1. But he just plays really hard. I think he'll be better than his brother was in the NBA. I think his play style helps a little bit more. He's more of a pass first point guard than his brother was.
Yeah.
I think he falls. Obviously, he's not going to be in the lottery. He's kind of overlooked, obviously, because he's a little bit undersized. I think he's going to go to a decent team. He's going to not be. I mean, he'll be like that 5th or like that 6th or 7th guy comes off the bench. It just comes in like Marcus Smart does.
Yeah, I think he's a high basketball IQ.
Oh yeah, very, very yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. That's not a bad projection. I like it. So, anything else you guys want to add to the 2020 NBA Draft Lottery?
This draft is giving me the NBA draft from the 2000. The 2000 NBA draft is giving me them type vibes.
All stars.
I'm just saying. Well, I'm not saying. Well, I shouldn't be like that, but it's giving me them type vibes because you just don't really know. You really just don't know.
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards pans out really well. He's got a really high motor when he wants. I think if he has a high motor like 100% of the time, I think it kicks into another gear for him. I think he'll be the best in the draft class. But unless LaMelo knows how to shoot efficiently, we'll see about that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Trae Young had that. Well, people thought that Trae Young wouldn't be a really efficient 3-point shooter when he came in.
Yeah, I mean he's a really good 3-point shooter. He just takes a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna get better though. I think he'll be better with it. I was just thinking that like the main problem with Melo is just his mindset.
Yeah,
it's just the IQ.
Yeah, it really depends on what team he goes to. I think CBS just said that he performed poorly in interviews with teams. I don't know how accurate that is, but the draft is set for Wednesday, November 18th. It's about 2.5 weeks. I'm excited for it. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a very interesting one, just because we don't know what's gonna happen.
There's no clear cut number one. There's no clear cut who's going where. It's a weird lottery because there's so many you have the Warriors picking second. I mean, when's the last time that's happened?
09. I don't know, somewhere around there.
Especially with the team they have. There's just a lot of what ifs on this. A lot of trades that could happen, that might happen. There's a couple I think that will happen. I did mention my first one, but other than that, I think there'll be a couple big. I think there's at least gonna be one big trade out of this.
Yeah.
I just don't know which one.
And I'm excited for it. I'm ready to see what these next 2 weeks are going to bring us as far as trades.
Mm-hmm.
And I think once you get closer to the draft, you kind of sense teams are going to be leaning towards. So, we'll know in due time.
Oh yeah. All right.
Thank you guys for stopping by, watching the show. I'm sure we will see you very shortly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Signing off.
Adios.
Yeah.